What's your offer?
So much drama.
It's just a lot of waiting. We're communicating with so many different people at the same time.
Oh my god, guys, I've got the house.
This is literally one of my biggest dreams.
Welcome to our new home.
Karibu.
Welcome back to my channel. It is Lydia. If you're new around here, hey, what's up? Welcome. If not, get into the front because the VIPs sit at the very front. Guys, Damini and I have been working on a little something. I am so excited to come and share with you guys the process, which is a series which follows us buying our family home together, and we just documented the whole process. So I thought, sit down, chat through all of the stages and how we finally got to this part. So to start with, to be completely honest, we were the least ready when it came to purchasing a house. So what had happened was the landlord put the flat that we were staying in up for sale, which put us in a position where it was like, what are you gonna do next? Initially, this year, Damini and I had some money saved because we were planning on starting our own business. But once the landlord said that you gotta leave, we thought, you know what, looking at the rental market right now, it's actually horrible. Renting in London is just a maze. So we thought, you know what, why not just put this money that we had together for our business towards our deposit and get started. So a few facts: I am self-employed and my husband also is a contractor. So when it came to applying for the mortgage, it's a little bit different, but just to say, just because you're not 9 to 5 doesn't mean that you cannot get a mortgage. So we individually had to show our earnings over the last 2 years to show that we actually, had proof of funds. Guys, you gotta have the proof of funds. But again, as I'm saying, please be sure to check in with the broker because you can apply as per your circumstances. Don't feel like you cannot get a mortgage just because you are self-employed. There are literally mortgages for every single person, and different lenders will offer different premiums to try and adjust to your situation. We were working with a mortgage broker who is amazing, by the way. If you want her details, be sure to hit me up and I'll connect the two of you. We worked with our mortgage broker called Emma, who was very crucial throughout this process. Your mortgage broker is gonna be the person holding your hand throughout the whole process. And we had Emma and she was amazing. Guys, I can't sing her praises enough. I really cannot. So whilst working with Emma, she shared with us her 17-step guide to purchasing a property. And today I'm gonna be walking you through all the 17 steps. I'm gonna talk you through step 1 through 7, but skip to this timestamp if you wanna get straight into the action. So like I said, be sure to check out the entire series of the process because the first episode will go through all of the viewings. Guys, I have taken you on literally from the very second to the very end. So go and catch up on episode 1 where you can see house viewings, also us losing the first house that we applied for, and finally getting to the stage where we are right now in episode 2 where we've already got an offer accepted. We've also had a memorandum of sale created, and we've also sent documents over to our mortgage broker, Emma. Also, just for context, we sent over our proof of address, 3 months worth of bank statements each, and also at that point, we paid our broker her fee, which was £500. Not every single broker is gonna charge you a fee, but I'm more than happy with that fee that Emma charged us because, guys, anyway, I have to stop singing and dancing about her, but I can't because without Emma, guys, you will see as you watch the series, Emma was a champ. So after sending over the documents, it was time to instruct a solicitor. Again, Emma helped a lot with this because she works in this industry and she knows good solicitors and bad solicitors. And guys, one thing I can say is that solicitors will really determine the pace in which the whole transaction goes through. If you have a slow solicitor, guys, when I was buying my first property, I can't even talk about it. I did not get on with my solicitor in any way. She was so slow. I was like, girl, do you want me to get this house? So please be sure that everyone that you're working with throughout this whole entire process is at least verified by somebody and you can vouch for how they work because you're going to need a team, guys. Buying a house, I don't know why they make it so hard, but you need your A team with you. So based on the information that we gave Emma in step 2, she was then able to research lenders. So lenders are the people who are going to be loaning you the money to purchase your house, and different lenders are available depending on your circumstance. So as I was saying earlier, don't just automatically disqualify yourself from the house buying process saying that you don't have the right criteria. No, let them put you through the rigmarole, because it's hard, but it's absolutely possible. Don't be scared, because there are different lenders to help you with all your different circumstances. And even if you have bad credit, guys, it's still possible. It's all very possible. Just have a speak to your mortgage broker and see what options are available to you. So after paying our broker, who had done all this research on these lenders, we then sat down and kind of had a big conversation. Guys, this is one that you're gonna need a pen and paper for, okay? We went over the mortgage illustration, which has details like the mortgage rates, the interest rates, the mortgage term, the mortgage payments, the type of mortgage, whether it's fixed or variable. There's literally just so much to consider. So you sit down, you have this call with your broker, and you go over everything. This is very important. So once we had applied to the lender, that's when the nerves began, at least for me. I don't know about you. This is the bit where there's a lot of waiting. Guys, they're gonna be putting you through the washing machine, okay? They're gonna be turning you inside and out. They're gonna be asking you 1,000,001 questions about everything. Be prepared to have answers. And the thing about having a great mortgage broker, guys, our mortgage broker had backups for the backups for the backups. Like, she had a backup solution for everything. So although I was nervous, I always knew that she was gonna pull it through whichever way you flipped it, she's gonna flip it right back. So it lands exactly where we wanted. And that's why I keep saying the team that you have makes the biggest impact as to how this whole journey goes for you. Now that we've got through steps 1 through to 7, I want to just highlight that 8 to 12 can be done in any order. What you're about to watch next is us on a call with our surveyor, which is actually step number 12. So the purpose of a survey is to assess the condition and the structure of the property. This is really for the buyers, and it provides the most valuable information regarding the house. Like, guys, you want to do a survey, okay? There's 3 different types of surveys, and so you hear us discussing this on the next clips.
So we're looking at the house. You could have either level 2, which some people call the home buyers report, or if you want more detail, then you can have either the level 3, we call the building survey report. Do you know which survey you'd like, or do you need some help and advice while we're on the phone together?
If we could just go through level 2 and 3, the differences, please.
Yeah, no problem at all. So level 2 surveyor would look at the roof. They'd need to let you know if there's any missing or cracking tiles. There should be any concerns with chimney, soffits and fascia boards, rainwater goods of the house as well. They'll look out for signs of subsidence. They'll look into the garage, which you mentioned earlier. They're going to check the condition of the walls, ceilings, floors, all fixture and fittings, so bathroom, kitchen, all the windows and doors throughout the bedrooms. They're looking out for things like woodworm, rot, wood beetle, should be any damp, be it rising, penetrating dampness, watermarks, mould, things of that nature. Now, the level 3, the building survey, would cover what I've mentioned already. However, give you more information and advice on the structural integrity, meaning more about the materials, how things were built. So if you want to know more about the structural side of things, level 3 would be suited, or if you're happy with what I've just mentioned regarding level 2, then that would suffice as well. There's no right and wrong. I'll give you a quote for both. Just give me one moment.
How long would it take for you to complete the survey?
That would take the survey 5 working days to complete thereafter the inspection.
Are you able to send this in a quote as well, on email, please?
Yeah, I'll send that very shortly. And in relation to speaking again, is there any date or
in terms of testing and checking for the building materials?
If you could please just follow up with an email, just the quotes, both for level 2 and 3, and for the valuation and without as well. What's up, guys? So our mortgage broker put us in touch with 2 different survey companies, and we had a second call today, or our first call with the second people, and it went good. I actually think I prefer the way this second person was explaining things. I feel like he did a really good job of explaining, a much better job of explaining like what the surveys were, what the differences were. There's a price difference of £200 between this one and the other one. So we will, at the moment, I don't even know. I'm gonna go and do my hair, and then we can catch up. I'm gonna go do my hair, and then we can catch up on what's been going on. I can reorganize my head, and then we can catch up, because this is not it. This is not it. There's too much going on in my brain right now.
Hi, morning, how are you?
All good, thanks. How are you?
I haven't had any update from yet, but I've chased him this morning.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm waiting to hear back from them, so I'll let you know on that. But I spoke to this morning, and he said that this has happened with 4 properties. It's basically where they list them as multiple agents, but he thinks that they've had a glitch on their system.
Oh, okay, sure.
Don't worry.
No, I'm just worrying about hearing back. That's what I want to know.
She's literally just been worried so much about it.
Oh my goodness, guys. Have you ever heard of gazumped and being gazumped? Have you ever heard of that phrase? That was news to me. Guys, getting gazumped is a thing that happens in the market. It's literally the Wild Wild West. So getting gazumped is basically when the seller has accepted an offer. However, somebody else comes in and places a higher offer and it basically overrides your offer that they already accepted. Guys, that nearly happened to us because I found our property relisted online after our offer had already been accepted. And I said, are we about to get gazumped? But again, Emma came through clutch. The second Emma saw that, she chased it up with the estate agents, with this person and that person, and the post was removed within 24 hours because we are not getting gazumped, guys. We've already lost one house at this point. We cannot lose the one that I really want. I would have been depressed. I don't know. I would have been down bad, guys. I would have been real down bad if that happened. So as a tip, be sure to keep the listing search still coming to your emails so that if your house is relisted again, you can see that and you can hit them up and be like, I know what you're doing.
All right, have a lovely morning. Take care.
All right, bye. Ooh. Now we actually have to work out.
And then you have an hour to complete and return it to them. Manipulate the data and produce reports and insights from that.
Sure.
I'll just give you a brief summary of what they've sent me to explain what the test is. It's not.
What's up, guys? I thought I'd come and check back in with some updates and how things are going. There's been movement, there's movement that's good, but there's still a very big hanging question because we still haven't received our mortgage offer. This is the most nerve-wracking part. Out of all the steps, this is the step that is the biggest step. So let me just give you a bit of an update since last time. So since last time, we have got a valuation book in 8 days time, and the valuation is basically the lender going to the house to go and double check the investment, basically to double check that the house is being sold for a price that it's actually worth, and the bank is happy to essentially loan you the money for you to acquire that asset. So that valuation is a very important step, which is also a very good step, obviously, because in terms of the sellers, it just kind of shows the sellers that we are moving along the steps and we are serious buyers, and they can see that there's movement and they can see that valuation is something that's really important, so sellers can be kept happy, the estate agent can be kept happy. We're really happy on that front, but at the moment we still haven't received our mortgage offer and we are still in the process of waiting and replying any questions that they have. They've had a few questions for us to clarify a few things, and the latest one right now today, the one that we're actually waiting on, is an accountant's certificate. So throughout this whole process, your mortgage broker will be working with a lot of third parties, and guys, that for us in our process, that included our accountant as well. I remember they specifically asked for an accountant's letter. They also asked for my net profit and salary projections for the business for this year. I remember that Damani also had to provide an SA 302, which I believe is a self-assessment tax return that's specifically for self-employed people. There plenty of questions are going to be swung your way. All I'm saying is that try and be patient. It's very nerve-wracking, and it's very ironic coming from me saying be patient because I was the least patient person possible, but it is a process that will take some time and a lot of back and forth, so be ready for that. The latest thing that they've asked from us is for an accountant's letter, and an accountant's letter is basically, let me just read it how I wrote it here. So banks or lenders may request an accountant's certificate for mortgage purposes to verify the financial stability and accuracy of the borrower's financial information. This certificate, provided by a certified accountant, helps the lender assess the borrower's ability to repay the mortgage and ensure that the financial statements presented are reliable. It adds an extra layer of assurance regarding the borrower's financial standing, contributing to the lender's risk assessment before approving a mortgage loan. So what I have been stuck on the whole day is literally that last sentence, contributing to the lender's risk assessment before approving a mortgage loan. Before approving a mortgage loan. Guys, I'm having to change how I'm thinking. And in fact, at the start of this process, I was very much in creative mode. I was very much in visualizing what I wanted. I was very much in being very certain that we were going to get this house. Guys, I was Like, if you look at my Canva, let me just show you. I have been creating mood boards from the second I left that house, because I was like, this is our house and I'm gonna paint the lounge like this, I'm gonna change the kitchen to this, we're doing this style of bathroom, we're doing this style of tile. I'm like, what kind of flooring do I want in there anyway? Guys, I have been creating this house from like the day that we went to see it, right? Before we even put in an offer. I was like, this is our house, right? So whenever I'm in that space of creating and envisioning the future, I actually forget about the practicality of the fact that we don't even have a mortgage yet. It's almost like, if I was to say in Gen Z words, it's like being Delulu is the Salulu. Like, I can't lie, because otherwise when I'm not in my Delulu mindset, then I'm very much an anxious warrior. Like, I will just be sitting here worrying about, oh my god, they're gonna ask me for this documentation, oh my god, are they gonna ask somebody for that documentation, oh, are they gonna ask us to do this, oh, they're gonna want this proof. Like, I just end up in this very anxious space, which is probably what was contributing to my heart palpitations. And I say it so like casually and chill, but that sinking feeling that my heart kept dropping, and that like thud and that like shake out of myself, is literally anxiety manifesting in like a physical form, which is not good. Like, it's not good at all. You guys know, I told you, if you watch my weekly vlogs, I have been obsessed with a book lately, and I've just been reading it, and that has really helped recenter me, especially in regards to stress and how to manage my stress, and just trying to put myself in a headspace where I am kind of walking towards the things that I want and not focusing on the things that I don't want, you know? Damien and I had made a pact as much as possible to try not to jump on the roller coaster that we are currently having to go through. Like, you can see the roller coaster, you can sit and like watch the roller coaster go up and down, but you don't have to be on it, you know? And we've tried our best not to be on it, but sometimes it's just so stressful. Like, buying a house is so nerve-wracking, it's so anxiety inducing, it's so everything. Like, it's because it's something that we really want, and so when you really want something, like, there's not much you can do to control it. But it's a very uneasy space to be in, and it's a space that we've been in for a while now, since we started trying to find a house, really, since this whole process. I'm just trying to stay positive, and I'm just trying to get myself back in that mind frame of dreaming and visualizing and just being already in that kind of grateful space where I'm already grateful to God for our amazing new house. Like, oh God, I love it so much. It's such a beautiful home. Like, it's such a beautiful home. It's not even just a house, it's a home. I just have to go back to visualizing it. I think I was trying to show you guys my Canva and then I completely forgot. One thing about me, I'm gonna go off topic. Literally, guys, I have an entire Canva board with links, with TikToks, with plans and transformation reveal audio. Guys, I even have the final transformation reveal audio. Like, as in, when the house is all transformed the way we want to change it, this is the audio that I have decided I'm going to use. We haven't even bought the house. Oh. We're still waiting, guys. I have spent the whole entire day literally in this very position right here. I think I'm indented into the sofa at this point. I've just spent the whole day here, like, hermiting, sulking. I don't even know if I'm sulking, I'm just like waiting. This is me patiently waiting. Can you imagine what impatiently waiting looks like for me? Because this is me just patiently waiting. I don't even know I've been sitting here waiting the whole day. I just thought that we'd hear back today from the lenders. I was really hoping that we'd hear back today, because we were waiting for my accountants to send off the accountant certificate, which was done today at 2 p.m. Guys, I woke up at like 7 and the first thing I was like, babe, do you think it's too early for me to email them? Like, can I email them being like, have you sent the certificate? So I held myself and I emailed them, I think at like 10, and me emailing them at 10 a.m. to remind them to make sure that they fill the certificate was like me waiting. It felt like years. And I literally finally emailed them at 11 minutes past 10. And you know, that is the very first opportunity I got to speak to my sister, and I was like, what do you think I should do? And she was like, email them. And I was like, grrr. The email was already ready. I just adjusted it. It must have taken 11 minutes of me complaining, and then she was like, just email them. So I emailed them, and so we haven't heard back yet. In an ideal world, would have heard back today with a confirmation of the mortgage offer, but another day. This is just a bit that you don't get to see, really. Like, nobody wants to record themselves feeling like, you know, I don't feel down. I just feel like it's a very uneasy position to be in, like, just waiting, feeling like you've done your best and you're just waiting for someone else to judge your fate on something that you really want. Like, I really love this house. Like, This house it's literally my house of dreams. Like, I don't want to say that. Because I don't want to get too sold on the idea, but didn't I spend the whole entire day yesterday, the whole entire weekend actually, working on my Canva. The Canva has been updated and there's even more ideas. Oh my god, guys, how many pages do I have now? I have a total of 22 pages of ideas for a house that we haven't bought. Oh god. Anyway, the good thing is my heart is not giving me palpitations. I'm trying to remain very calm. I'm trying to keep telling myself, like Demony and I keep telling ourselves that, like, if it was gonna be a no, they would have said no. They haven't said no. The questions that they're asking is like just due diligence, you know. They're loaning us a lot of money. Like, when you get a mortgage, it's basically the bank lending you the money, and so they need to make sure that you're good for the money, and you're going to be good for the money for the next 30 years, however long your mortgage term is, but a minimum of like 30 years, you know. I get it, but damn, could you hurry a little? Because our sister is tired of waiting. At least I'm staying hydrated. I'm thirsty for this house, bro. I'm thirsty for it. Anyway, hopefully we check back in again and be happy and be like, oh my god, guys, we've got the house. Like, I've been practicing. I've even been visualizing how it feels to, like, for Dominic and I to enter the house. Like, I'm like, is he gonna carry me across the border? Hopefully you can check back. I'm gonna go back to TikTok and, like, looking at Victorian houses and TikTok and how to decorate Victorian houses, because that's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna be doing, God willing. Morning, guys. Morning. We haven't heard back. This is not bad news. This is just me feeling very, very overwhelmed. It's so funny because I was literally just working on some work on my laptop just Sunday. So I'm working on the video to go live. And then I had J. Cole, Forest Hill Drive, the Homecoming. The live performance is like one of my favorite. J. Cole is one of my favorite artists ever. But Forest Hill Drive. The live recording of this is really, I don't know, it's one of my favorites. And one of the lyrics is like, they say that when dreams come true, it's a beautiful thing. And it's just like, I feel like it's already done. I feel like it's already a yes. I feel like we've already got it. And that feeling is very overwhelming because I'm just like, literally, when dreams come true, it's a beautiful thing. But also just looking back at all the work that we've had to put through and how hard it's been, like, very grateful. I'm just feeling very grateful. Of course, it would be J. Cole that makes me cry, guys. I am such a wimp. I don't know why I was made like this, literally. But I'm just feeling very, very overwhelmed, like, at the thought of this coming true. This is literally one of my biggest dreams, for real. I have been literally dreaming. This is a book that I picked up from when I was driving to my parents. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I went looking at charity shops. I love going to look at charity shops. I think that you get the best offers, you get the best deals in charity shops. And I came across this Farron Ball book, and it's decorating with colour. And literally, to me, it's like living in color, and it's very much the style of everything that I want for the house. Like, I look at this book and I'm like, I love it. And what's crazy is that when I look at this book, I see our house and I can visualize it so clearly. It's so scary. This is something out of a dream. It just feels insane that the dream is about to come true. We haven't even got the mortgage offer yet. We haven't got anything confirmed, but I just have a certain, like, calmness. I literally have a certain peace about it, knowing that it's done. Like, it's already done. And I don't even know how we're gonna do it. I don't even know, but I just know that it's done. And that's a lot. I feel very blessed. But I'm gonna go back to listening to the Forest Hill Drive Homecoming 2016 concert and finish my work because it is Sunday and you guys are expecting a video from me. Later on today, I'm gonna be hanging out with my mom. We're gonna go do some more dreaming, some more thinking, some more planning, and go shopping. Like, I've been so excited. I have so many new bits. I've got so many, like, amazing pieces that I can't wait to fill our home with. I just want to have a unique house full of color, full of love, full of, like, literally everything that I have always dreamed of. And I'm just keep finding all these things and I'm like, wow, it's perfect. It's gonna fit. This is all like signals, and these are all like signifiers and signs that it's already done, and these things that I'm buying are just literally awaiting their home. And that is a very overwhelming feeling, especially for a crybaby.
I'm trying to make $1 million off of rap too.
I'm trying to make $1 million out of YouTube. Yay. Hey, I'm trying to make $1 million out of YouTube. Okay, well, you guys are just about to have a front seat as Damini gets the view of the O's contemporary Victorian renovation. This is a working document, by the way, so don't judge it. Don't judge it.
Am I allowed to contribute to this?
Yeah, of course.
Just making sure.
Of course. In
It's
fact,
34
look,
pages.
this document is actually meant to help us
37.
come to like an agreement. There's like different options and different things. It's almost like
I hear it.
you pick.
It's a mood board.
It's like you design your house.
It's a mood board. I get it.
Not me, you.
Yeah, we.
We design the house.
Our house.
Yeah.
Almost black.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
not
yeah.
not
No,
black.
no. I'm with
But
you.
it's like the
I'm with
colours
you.
mixed with black.
Yeah,
Does that make any
yeah.
sense? So it may not
Yeah.
it may not be anywhere near as dark as black.
Yeah,
But it's like the
black
tone.
undertones. It's heavy,
exactly.
like dark, like heavy wooden, rich. Rich. We have just received some news.
We cannot provide a valuation because you need to seek advice.
Which was the chimney. There is an issue there structurally.
I don't even know what to say. This was the worst part. This was a big red flag for us. So we won't be hearing about this up until like late next week. It is so stressful. This is like the most stressful thing that I have done. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Everything feels much better, okay?